Today we're diving deep into Vim's Quickfix list. Whether you're dealing with modern LSP diagnostics, search results, or compiler errors, by the end of this video you'll have a unified approach to handling all of these with the Quickfix list. If that sounds interesting to you, stay with me here. Hi, my name is Marco. Let's get started. The Quickfix list is essentially Vim's way of managing a collection of locations in your codebase. Think of it as a structured list where each entry contains a file path, a line number, column number, I think that's optional, and a description or an error message or something like that. It's one of Vim's oldest features, and you can read a little bit about its history in Vim's help here. It was originally designed to speed up the edit, compile, edit cycle of a C compiler. So the idea here was to essentially save the error messages of the compiler and let you jump through them very easily via the Quickfix list. Today it's used much more generally. It's still used for compiler errors and warnings, but it's also used for search results from grep or vimgrep, for LSP diagnostics, errors, warnings, or infos, linter output, test results, or any structured list of file locations, basically. And the cool thing about this is all of these things use the Quickfix list, so you don't have to learn a new workflow for each of these. So let's see how this works in practice. You see we're in this directory with some Lua files here, and there probably will be some to-dos or some functions in here. So let's use vimgrep for the first example. So let's do vimgrep function and do it for all the files here in this directory where we're currently at. And now we're in a new file here. We're actually at line 5 in this file called broken code Lua. And we also see on the bottom left here, this is search result 1 of 34. We can jump to the next result using cnext. So now you see we're at 2 of 34 and we're in line 11 here. We can also jump backwards with cpref. So now we're back on line 5, but maybe we want to see all the search results. So that's the Quickfix list window we can actually open with copen. And now this window on the bottom appears here where we can just navigate just like in a regular Vim buffer. We could jump to this line, for example, just hit enter here. Now we're in a separate file at line 4. If we now use cpref again, we see we jump one line up here in this window and we're in the results before. So we're going back one entry. And so we could jump from file to file and do something here. We can also jump to the first entry with cfirst, or to the last entry with clast. Or we can jump to a specific entry. You can use cc and the number of the Quickfix list item we want to jump to, preceded by a space, of course. So let's say we wanted to go to 23. So now we're on line 23 in the Quickfix list. We could also do all these commands we just did without having this window open on the bottom. So you can close this up again with close. And we could still jump to the next or to a specific one like number 3. Just works like before. Neovim 0.11 also introduced some more default keybinds. Among them are also these ones here for the Quickfix list. They're taken from Tim Pope's very popular plugin Vim Unimpaired. So by default in Neovim 11 you can now use the opening and closing square brackets in combination with Q, capital Q or control Q to navigate through the Quickfix list. You can of course also use some different bindings if you think these are a little bit too complicated to press. So in the past I used Alt J and Alt K to navigate through the Quickfix list. So that would be an option, or something else you just find more convenient maybe. But for this video let's just stick with the defaults here. So let's try them out here. Let's do closing square bracket Q for jumping to the next one. Let's do this again. You can also jump to the previous one with opening square bracket Q. So opening square bracket capital Q jumps to the first one. Closing square bracket capital Q jumps to the last one. Let's try opening control Q. This jumps to the previous Quickfix entry in the previous file. So it jumps between files. Let's try it again. So you see the file changed again. So let's try it the other way around again. So closing bracket control Q, and we're in a different file again. The Quickfix list is even more powerful. We have this command here, cdo, and that lets us do anything to each item in the Quickfix list. So there are still the vimgrep search results in the Quickfix list here where we search for function. So let's say we wanted to add some options argument to each of these functions. So for that, let's use the norm command, use norm, then a space, and then we can do everything we can do in normal mode. I also made a video about this if you want to learn a little bit more about it. So let's do F for find, then the opening bracket, then let's do an A, and let's do an options, Control V and escape to actually provide the escape key in this command line mode here. And hopefully I didn't mess anything up and this should do the trick, right? So let's enter. Hit enter a few times. And we should be at the last quick fix item here. Let's jump to the first item again. Let's do it with CC1. And we see we've got these options here. Let's jump to the next entry. In this comment here, we didn't actually have the parentheses, so this didn't do anything, the norm command. Let's go to the next one. Here it also worked. To the next one, it also worked, and so on and so on. So this is really powerful. You can combine this with the norm command, like I showed you just here, or you can just simply use a substitute command or something like that. Your imagination is your only limit, I think. There's a very similar command to this. It's called cfdo. Let's try this out. cfdo. And you can use this to execute a command for each file that's in your quick fix list. Let's do norm again for that. Then we're going to go to the top of the file. To be sure, let's also go to the beginning of the line here. Do a capital O to start a new line above this. And let's just write a comment there like, I don't know, I'm not very creative right now. Then let's again do Control V and escape to just end the command here. And let's run this and let's see what we get. We have these 4 entries here because we only have 4 files in our quick fix list. And let's press enter to continue. Now we see this didn't work out exactly the way we wanted to because the first line here was a comment already. But let's check the other files. Also a great opportunity to show you another command for the quick fix list. It's called cnfile and this goes to the next file in your quick fix list. So let's do that. Oh, we are already at the end of the files. So let's do cpfile. That goes on the other way around. So we can see the first line here also. Let's jump to the top here. There it is. Let's do it again. There's also this header and let's do it again. Here it is again. Some default keybinds for diagnostic navigation in Neovim. You can actually see them right here. So closing and opening square bracket D or capital D. So we could use those to navigate between diagnostics. Let's just try this out. So let's close up this help window again. And we see in this file we have some diagnostic warnings here. We can see it in the gutter. Here's a warning, here's an error, stuff like that. So let's do closing square bracket D and we'll jump to the next one. Let's do it again. We'll jump to the next one. Let's do the other way around, opening bracket and D, and we'll jump here. We said we can utilize the quick fix workflow in the beginning to also use this. But actually, if we now open our quick fix window, so here you can see in the quick fix list, I just used this command to actually find the keybind for the Vim Diagnostics to show you in the help files. And this was the help grep command, and this also utilized the quick fix window. So we could use actually the quick fix keybinds to jump between those entries right now. So let's try this. And you see we are opening this here and this here. We are in the help files here, right? But if we wanted to navigate our diagnostics the same way, we also can do that. Let's close the help file window again. We can use Lua and then Vim Diagnostic and then set QF list. And we can call this. And now in our quick fix window, you see we actually have our diagnostics. So now we could actually use the whole commands, the custom keybinds you may have set for yourself, cdo and cfdo and stuff like that. So this way we could use diagnostics the same way as everything else in the quick fix list. You could, of course, map this to a keybind for yourself if you use this all the time. There's no default keybind for that as far as I know. So one more thing. Quick fix lists are shared between windows, but there's also something called a location list, which is local to a window. So as you can see here, a location list window is just a window local quick fix list. You can use it all the same ways you do with the quick fix list, but you prepend it with an L for vimgrep or grep or make or something like that. Then this populates the location list and not the quick fix list. You can also use them side by side. Maybe you want to have something in your location list and something else in your quick fix list. Let's go back to the broken Lua file here. So if you wanted to put our diagnostics in a location list, we could use vim diagnostics set log list. So now you can see it's called location list here and diagnostics, and we have all the same diagnostics. The commands are also very similar. It's L next to go to the next entry. Oh, we are at the last entry, of course. Let's do L first to jump back to the first one. Let's do L next again, and so on, L previous. You can also use a shortcut for them. I forgot to tell you that about the C previous and C next. So you can use CP and CN also. And to jump to a specific one, you use LL and maybe 9, and then we jump to the 9th one. So if you're still around here, thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to support me even more, there are some membership options down below. Maybe there's something there for you. Thanks for watching, see you around, and take care.